Closing ceremony. Our guest of honor, Professor Ludeki Chwea, Director General, Kenya School of Government, the Secretary General of the APAM, Dr. George Scott, Acting Director, Kenya School of Government, Mombasa Campus, Andrew Rory, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Our first item on the program will be a prayer. Rebecca Kagul, I will ask that we all be upstanding for the opening prayer. Our God, Lord in heaven, we give thanks and glory to you, Lord, for being with us for the 5 days we've been here, keeping our delegates in good health, in Lord, making them available to attend sessions as they have faithfully done. Thank you for those who are privileged to also be resource persons, Lord. As we come to the end of this session, Lord, we want to give thanks and glory to you. This we pray, believing in Jesus' name. I'll ask you to remain upstanding for the playing of the national anthem. I hope the people playing the national anthem are ready. Is it you? The East African anthem. Be seated. Our guest of honor, we're coming to the conclusion of an APAM training program that began on Monday on public finance management, that it drew participants from the Republic of Uganda, the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, the Republic of Ghana, the Republic of South Sudan, and the host, the Republic of Kenya. We had participants both from the national governments and subnational governments, state agencies, including commissions from those countries. Guest of honor, it's now my pleasure to invite one participant, Luwani Soko, to give us a brief about what this program was about.
The guest of honor, who apparently is our host, the DG of Kenya School of Government, the Secretary General of APAM. Should I recognize the presence of my fellow participants, delegates from various countries, and should I just see program facilitators? First and foremost, on behalf of the participants, I would like to take this special recognition to the host, who is our guest of honor, to convey our gratitude in terms of the hospitality rendered to us. It's been excellent. When I was coming, as you know, it's under the COVID environment. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't sure whether even worse in this environment, I would end up going worried. But I want to rest assure you that it's been very conducive. You've taken good care of us, and we're going back home safer than we came, I suppose. And I also want to take this opportunity again on behalf of the delegates to thank the APAM Secretariat for organizing this training at this timely time. Without much ado, let me just give a highlight of what we've covered. Public finance management is a topical issue in most countries, and we know all of us have been undertaking reforms. So this capacity building was timely, so that we are again, as representatives from various countries, we benchmark with ourselves and best practices to see whether we're on track, are we on the track, what do we need to do. Obviously, it reiterated the issue of policies which needs to be put in place, and we've established from interaction that a number of us at various stages of implementation of reform policies. And we know that because of PFM, we've got, Parliament is taking in most countries, a very significant role in providing oversight. So we've covered a number of policies, and again, what systems needs to be put in place to ensure we support the reform, to ensure we ensure prudent use of resources, and to ensure accountability, and obviously as well oversight, and to evaluate so that the resources are targeted for use for which it's meant to be, to have significant impact, was again targeting the citizen in terms of inclusivity, so that those interventions address various aspects of our citizens, as well as participation through either civil society. And again, we covered the issues of risks. We know that most of the things we do, or things which are supposed to be done, there are some risks which we need to identify. And as part of the system, we needed to have separation between policies and management, policy and management, to ensure transparency and accountability, and also to take constant review of the risks and to mitigate against those risks. So, and again, we also covered in a nutshell the challenges. The best practices have been brought out. What are the challenges? What are we doing? So ultimately, I think we've, as a team, we've highlighted some of the issues which I think through APAM, it will form a basis for further enhancement of the efforts we are doing to ensure that PFM plays a significant role for which it is intended, that we've enhanced development among our peoples. So in a nutshell, that's what the training covered. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next on the program, we invite Dr. Scott, the APAM Secretary General, to make his remarks. Then he will invite our guest of honor to make his closing speech.
Thank you very much, our technician. Our guest of honor for this very important closing ceremony, in the person of Professor Cheya, the Director General of the Kenya School of Government, Director and staff of Mombasa campus of the Kenya School of Government, my dear delegates and diligent participants from various countries across the continent, my dear staff of APAM Secretariat who are with us strongly, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all comment that this workshop or seminar has been one of the most successful programs, workshops, or seminars that APAM has, in collaboration with KSG, held in recent years. Let's give ourselves a big clap. I have the confidence in saying so because over the last 3 years, we have organized similar workshops across the continent, right from Morocco down to South Africa, Zambia, Nigeria, and most other countries. And I'm happy that this is. But part of the reason why it has been so successful is that I realized that we were dealing with very diligent participants. Participants who were not just roaming about, going up and down. Sometimes we hold workshops and you see that the delegates, about half of them, go to town. They say they are going to do shopping. You see, these are some of them, and I'm very happy that this participant, Prof, they have really organized themselves very well. Let me also take the opportunity to thank the government of Kenya, which has been a great support to APAM, and I know very well to the Kenya School of Government. So also we thank the various African countries which send delegates and sponsor them, pay their air tickets, pay their registration fees to come to Kenya to join this program. And also to thank DG and the entire Kenya School of Government, the staff of the director and staff of Mombasa campus for handling us so well. The greatest thanks goes to the participants and the facilitators, and of course the APAM secretariats who have done so well, and all of us handling this program. Guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, this work has given me the opportunity of traveling through and interacting with many African countries. And one observation that I've clearly made is that there seems to be a close correlation with the way a country and individuals participate or do capacity building and development of their individuals and the country. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that if you see a country which is participating very well in capacity building of its individuals, then you see a certain trend of development in that country. So also, I've realized that as individuals, me, myself, you, and all of us, if you try to build your capacity, then you enhance your own future and career and your own work performance. Remember, COVID has taught us a lot of lessons, some of which we thought will never come, but has come face to face with us. Many staff are being redeployed, many staffs are being dismissed, and so on and so forth. So this is the time that my advice to you as individual is to take capacity building very seriously. If you don't, the system that you work in, the system or the career that you thought will prepare you to the end, will leave you. It will knock you out. Sometimes aggressively, sometimes diplomatically, along the line. I had a very long career in the Ghana Civil Service, and sometimes we have a very nice way of sacking people. We come out with a redeployment program that, for some reasons, we are coming out with a deployment program. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, take your package and go home. We'll give you some training to go and do something. The training will never come. You understand some of these things. These are some of the ways that we will filter you out if you don't build capacity. So take this opportunity to build yourself very carefully. Yesterday I had a meeting with my colleagues from Ghana, and I told them, be careful individually, and also be careful as a country. Africa and African countries has become so competitive that we, all of us, must emerge competitive with each other. Otherwise, then we will be nowhere. I also realized that resource management in Africa is very wanting. Many African countries have everything. We have gold, we have diamond, we have oil, we have forests, everything. But the economies are not growing well. Why? Because of inefficiencies in the way we manage the resources. So at this point, I'm urging you that whatever lessons that you have learned here, take them seriously as an individual. And then when you go back home, make sure that you impart and make use to build your country and to build efficient resources into your system. I want to take the opportunity to just mention a few things that as APAM, we are doing to build you, all of you, up. One is such workshops. We have lined up a series of workshops, and I believe the program officer will give you the calendar of events for the year. And we will be doing both physical and online workshops, and some of them a blend of both online and physical. The blend is that, like we are sitting here, others could have registered online and could be seeing us in this room and participate online on the board. It has become another way of building capacity. In that regard, APAM has acquired a very robust, with the support of our counterparts, our partners in Canada, has acquired a very robust Zoom platform, which we shall inaugurate very soon and will be using for some of the programs that I've already mentioned. We do publications. If you look at our table there, we have newsletters, we have books, we have journals, and all that. Please, as part of your own capacity building, take the opportunity to cultivate the habit of writing and contributing to these journals. We have reviewers, we have editors who will not frighten you. Just try your hand. They will get back to you, advise you on how to make corrections, and the next moment you see your own publications in a very nice document. So we expect you to do that. We have also strengthened our research, and currently an institution in India is partnering us to undertake a very robust research program. We will announce the focus of the team to all of you. We are also building up the young professionals. We believe strongly that the young ones should be built up. So we are building up our young professionals and make sure that they have the right capacity. In that extent, in the last year, APAM, in partnership with some institutions in Canada, have been able to sponsor almost 200 young ones to attend universities in Canada free of charge, 2-year program, and obtain master's degrees and come back. We are trying to see the possibility of renewing that program, and we will let you know. We have strengthened our partnership with many institutions locally and abroad, including US, Canada, India, and elsewhere, all aimed at building our own capacity to make sure that we transfer the capacity to you. On this note, our guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, our great participants, as you prepare to end this program, I hope that as you go back, you will carry the lessons that you've learned home and make sure that you become a catalyst for development of your own systems, your own family, as well as your own country. On this note, on behalf of everybody, on behalf of the APAM board and the entire fraternity, we wish you safe back home and get in touch with us regularly. Our website is there. Try to get it on and then get in touch with me and the entire secretariat. At this point, I have the honor on behalf of all of you to end my remarks and call on Professor Cheya, the Director General of Kenya School of Government, who is the guest of honor, to present his address. Thank you and wish all of you the best.
Thank you very much, Dr. Scott. Can this be mounted here? Because I have a lot of paperwork. Yeah. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Scott, Secretary General of APAM, the African Association of Public Administration and Management, distinguished delegates, Director of the Kenya School of Government, Mombasa campus, faculty who have made this program possible,
distinguished participants in the public sector finance management course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very delighted to preside at this closing session of the 5-day-long public sector finance management course that has been running here at the Kenya School of Government, Mombasa campus for the last 5 days. I must, early in my remarks, thank you all for enrolling in the program and for having keenly followed the training. I acknowledge that most participants are government officials from different African countries, notably Ethiopia. We have participants from Ghana, Uganda, Zambia, South Sudan, and Kenya. The governments of these countries have recognized the importance of public finance management in delivery of public services and have thus committed substantial resources in sending senior officials to attend this program. I thank them all for this show of responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the Public Sector Finance Management Training Program has been organized and delivered by the African Association of Public Administration and Management in partnership with the Kenya School of Government. I must therefore acknowledge the African Association of Public Administration and Management, particularly the exemplary work and performance of Secretary General Dr. George Scott. George never ceases to amaze me by the level of commitment that he has to the cause of APAM and his steadfast support for development of skills and competencies in the public services of the countries of this continent. We appreciate your work, Dr. Scott, and would like you also to convey our appreciation to the Governing Council of APA. Ladies and gentlemen, the annual APAM roundtable meetings and numerous specialized training programs in different fields and areas of public service have made a remarkably positive impact on the performance of public servants, not only from the standpoint of training as such, but also in providing opportunity and platforms for experience sharing that we consider to be absolutely important. The APAM Journal, too, continues to inspire public administration scholars and practitioners alike. So thank you very much, APAM, for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of competency development in public finance management cannot be gainsaid. The delivery of public services and development of public infrastructure is the hallmark of development. However, development would not be the most discussed, arguably, social and economic phenomenon in our countries today if the resources that make development possible were to be plentiful. Scarcity of resources viewed against the myriad of required development needs and goals in our countries has made training in the efficient and effective utilization of available resources a compelling practice, the practice of training. It is in this regard that the 5-day public sector finance management training was designed and has been delivered. The training sessions have paid a great deal of attention to critical aspects in public finance management, such as policy making, resource mobilization, budgeting, expenditure management, including management of public investment, as has been attention given to smart procurement, deployment of ICT applications, compliance, audit and reporting, and then integrity. The sessions have above all, ladies and gentlemen, appropriately emphasized the imperative of keeping the needs and interests of citizens in focus, quite consistent with the UN Sustainable Development Goals and the AU Agenda 2063. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the training program, and it is my great pleasure to hand to you the so much deserved, well-earned certificate of qualification as an expert in public finance management. Everyone passed the exam. I am certain that when you return home to your places of work, the following will happen. Number one, you will share with others you left behind the competencies that you have gained in this training program. And that number two, you will perform your duties at such higher level of expertise as will make this training program to have been truly worthwhile. Number three, you will safeguard public resources that are entrusted in your hands against wastage or misuse. And number four, ladies and gentlemen, you will place the welfare of citizens and the country ahead of all other considerations. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for successful completion of the APAM KSG organized public sector finance management training that has been held here in Mombasa from March 8th to 12th, 2021. I wish you all safe trip back home and a successful career in the public service. Thank you very much.
Professor, we shall request that you they'll be awarded from that point. Participants' names will be called out, then you will receive one. But we request that we all cover ourselves up. No exchanges between the guest of honor and you. They just give you the certificate. We all understand circumstances under which we are operating. Traditionally, it would have been an honor for you to feel the warmth of the hand of the guest of honor, but not in our current circumstances. Julie, who is doing it? Who is reading the certificates? Dr. Scott, you'll be the, will you be upstairs or down? I think it's safer there.
So I will read them very fast, and we will be able to. Okay. Patrick Samuel Mugoya. Dennis Nono. You give them out, then you give him the version.